Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, we'll bring you a video of some of the storm damage caused by a tornado that hit the city on Tuesday night. We'll tell you about some of the upcoming community events, and we'll offer a little Christmas music to start out the month of December. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Friday, December the 2nd, the third annual Reindeer Fun Run will be held on Jackson Street in Tullahoma. This unique fun run and walk benefits the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Cost for the Reindeer Fun is just a recommended minimum donation of $10, but anyone is welcome to join in the fun. Participants and walkers run down Jackson Street as the parade watchers gather. Runners are also encouraged to dress in their favorite Christmas flair. Pre-register at D.W. Wilson or on the day of the race at Frazier McEwen Park. Grab your antlers and join in the fun at the third annual Reindeer Fun Run.
A job is not just a job in this type of business. It's just a joy to know that the staff is there for my parents.
There's love in that building, and you can feel that love.
It's a wonderful feeling to know that they're well taken care of, and it is my home. It's my second family.
I keep saying I'm going to retire, and I can't leave. That's home.
Life Care Centers of America.
Welcome back. Tullahoma residents continue their cleanup efforts from a storm that swept through the area Tuesday night. The National Weather Service said a EF1 or possibly EF2 tornado with winds approaching 105 miles per hour touched down in the city shortly after 9 p.m. Tuesday, causing extensive damage, particularly in the country club in Lake Hills area. Newsleader producer Philip Scoggins recorded this video on Wednesday morning of some of the damage.
Looks up at the digital screen and is still surprised by her wait time to get permission to put up a backyard shed.
Taking off work to be here, and I figured I would come in and probably have it done within a
good and bad ways. I think, we're not going to have Fidel to kick around here.
Jim spoke recently with Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell about what a person should do if they are not sure an officer is attempting to pull them over is really a police officer.
Let's remind them about when you're talking about police officers having uniforms on. We talked about this on one of the shows earlier in the year about if you're getting pulled over and what you should do.
The impersonator.
Right.
If you are driving and you think there's some question as to whether this is really a police officer, we suggest 3 things. And one is continue to drive at the speed limit, turn your flashers on, and try to find a well-lit, well-occupied place, a restaurant, a convenience store, somewhere that there's people. Stop. Secondly, continue to drive the speed limit, turn your flashers on, and drive straight to the local law enforcement agency, police department, sheriff's office. And then finally, continue to drive the speed limit, turn your flashers on, get on your phone, and call 911. And the dispatcher then can tell you whether or not there's actually an officer trying to stop you.
Right.
Because we will be communicating with the dispatcher that, hey, I'm trying to stop a car, they're not stopping. So if you call the dispatcher and dispatcher said, yes, that is a police officer behind you, you need to go ahead and pull over.
Right.
But you notice the key to all of them is don't speed up.
Right.
Turn your flashers on. And officers should be using common sense. And if they have to follow you for 2, 3, 4 miles to a gas station or something, and you're not speeding like you're trying to run away from them, I think 99.9% of the time they're going to understand that you were doing this out of caution.
We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Have you heard the news? The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new and improved website. That's russellbarnett.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, then look no further than russellbarnett.com. Online service appointments, customer testimonials, and vehicle history reports, this website has it all. We are the largest Middle Tennessee family-owned dealership with 5 locations to choose from. russellbarnett.com, and why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Welcome back. Peggy Burton spoke with the Tullahoma Community Coordinator Winston Brooks about the upcoming Old Town Christmas Stroll.
I'm always glad to have Winston Brooks on the show, and the fact that you're pushing young people's music and art really touches me. And Old Town Christmas is coming up. You had a lot to do with that, didn't you?
I did, and thank you for having me. It's great to be back.
What year is this?
This is the 23rd Old Town Christmas.
23rd Old Town Christmas,
yeah.
And it's, we used to call it Christmas Stroll, but now it's kind of developed to just Old Town Christmas.
Just a little shorter.
Just a little shorter.
Yep. Yeah. Old Town Christmas, and then of course there's been a lot of people like yourself and Ann Baldwin who
since the beginning.
Is that right?
I think.
I think so. Yes.
Probably,
or
at least a long time.
And it's coming up. I mean, it's Christmas again already. December 6th.
December 6th is Old Town Christmas, and my personal students, private students, will be at 6 o'clock at South Jackson Civic Center, and over at First Christian Church will be Ann Baldwin with her private students, and then at 7 o'clock at the Civic Center.
That's
we have
right.
the THS Singers.
The Aristocats.
The Aristocats.
Which is, is a local favorite.
So that's anyway. You want to tell about some of the other acts?
Well, I mean, first of all, those acts you just mentioned. I mean, Tullahoma is so blessed to have such talent and so many young people here who are able to sing and play music. Like I don't know where they get it, but I think a lot of it has to do with the teachers that they have.
A lot of it does have to do with the teachers, and we're fortunate. I know we just came off of a Young Artist Showcase Sunday, and several different teachers had their exceptional students. And I am really touched and feel blessed that I live in a community that allows us to share this talent.
But December 6th will be Old Town Christmas, and starting out the South Jackson Civic Center, as you mentioned, you'll have your voice students there, followed by the Aristocats at 7, and then moving on down the street at First Christian Church, starting at 5:30. Yes, Ann Baldwin's vocal students will be there. And at Mount Zion Baptist Church, and they do such a great job over there. They have the Clean Hands Ministry.
They do a wonderful job.
And then it will be followed up by the Mount Zion Music Ministry. So if you've never been to the Mount Zion Baptist Church, it's a great time to go hear the music.
You know what street that's on? I know where it is.
It's at the corner of Washington and Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yep, it's really in the Old Town.
It is.
It's and it's it's a historic building as well. And that's one thing about the Old Town Christmas. It started out to showcase the historic buildings as well as the local talent, young and old. And so just up the street from there is the St. Barnabas Church, where they'll be playing organ music.
And
so,
that's always beautiful.
Yeah, Marjorie Collier, John Hayes, and Nelda Lawrence will be playing organ music. And then at First United Methodist Church, we've got, this is really neat, the Chris Gregory and Chelsea Preaser have
combined their
the
choirs,
Tullahoma City Schools combined elementary school
and
choirs.
I think that's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely. So that'll be a lot of fun. All the young
pretty soon
students.
Across the street there at First Baptist, they have the Night in Bethlehem.
Night in
That's
Bethlehem.
what I'm trying to think about. That's coming up. I'm not sure exactly when that opens, but
it's opening very soon because they are setting it up. That's always fun to go see.
And we have Civic Choir coming up. That's
Civic Choir, yep.
The same weekend as the parade, I believe.
Yes. Oh, and
we'll
so there it is, right there. That's so nice. Everybody can see right there. So also after First United Methodist Church, after the elementary school choir, you've got the THS brass band and woodwind chamber ensembles, and then at the Historic Davies Funeral Home, they'll be having a Tree of Memory service.
Tree.
And they actually have a singer there who is a Nashville chorister, and her name is Brooke Amber Hazen. So that's have that kind of talent.
It's a lot of
Tullahoma.
talent going
Absolutely.
on at the some time. Some of it's at the same time, but that's okay.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
Would you drive a few extra miles to save thousands on a new or pre-owned vehicle? If you answered yes, do yourself a favor and come see us at Stanley Knapp Ford in Lewisburg. Right now, we're offering the Ford Focus for $16,455. This vehicle is automatic, power windows and power locks. Or check out our F-350s, up to $10,000 off. Come see us today at Stanley Knapp Ford. You'll get the same selection of savings as the other guys, but customer service of a small town dealership. And remember, if anyone can, Stan can.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The play Greater Tuna opens this weekend in Shelbyville. Peggy Burton spoke with 2 of the cast members.
I'm on the set with Mark Majors and Neil Gordon, and they are here from Shelbyville, all set and ready to do Greater Tuna.
Absolutely.
Just like that.
Just like that. You're ready to go.
We hope so.
What part are you playing?
One part.
I mean, no, I know there's lots of parts, but
it's 10. I'll start out as Arliss Struve.
Arliss, right, and he is
Thurston Wheelis.
Thurston, Arliss and Thurston.
Yes, ma'am, as the 2 DJs.
And it's a fun play. I'm telling you, if you haven't been to see Greater Tuna, you need to go. So let's give out the facts first.
Yes,
2nd and 3rd of December.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the following weekend.
9th, 10th, and 11th.
And the 11th is a matinee.
Yes, right.
And there's dinner. Is there dinner for all the shows?
Not the matinee.
Not the matinee, but
the night show, second and third dinner, then a show. The 9th and the 10th dinner, then a show.
and so
the
dinner,
11th, 2
dinner
o'clock
starts
matinee.
at what time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and the play
7.
7.
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to call a number we're going to put on the screen. Write that down so you can get reservations. Do you want to tell me the price?
Is it 24 for the sides and 26 for the centers?
Okay.
And then I think it's.
And that includes the meal.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
Which
That
is
is
a
what.
good deal.
Yes, ma'am. And the meal is always delicious. I think Robert Martin's preparing it this year.
Is that right?
Yeah, big good stuff.
Do you know what's in the meal?
I think it's a chicken dish. It's
Yeah.
always some kind of chicken
But
dish.
you usually get coffee or
Oh, there's
water
it's
or
a full
tea.
everything's. It's a full
and
dinner.
Then
Yes,
you get
ma'am.
a dessert. You get a salad. I mean,
It's the full deal.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
the full deal. So it's a great. And then you get to laugh your head off.
We hope.
You should.
Yeah.
Even when we're lacking, it'll probably be kind of funny.
Do you find yourself once in a while improvising a little bit? Are you allowed to do that, some?
To an extent, you know, there's certain keywords that have to be said
Right.
so the other person knows to go ahead with his part. But you practice it to the point to where it becomes a conversation.
You're right.
You know, I mean,
It has-
you
it
don't
has
sound
to-
too robotic. You let
Exactly.
it flow. But,
You
but
let it
generally
flow.
speaking, you better know your lines.
I know. And that since you're the only two in the play, you have
Yeah.
to keep it going. There's lots of lines. I haven't seen it in a while. I think it's been about 10 years maybe since
It's
I've
kind of
seen
like
it.
memorizing a Reader's Digest. I
Yeah.
mean, it really is. There's a lot of lines, but it's been a lot of fun.
It has. It's been a different kind of challenge because we've never had to get in and out of this many costumes this
Yeah.
quick.
Well,
You know, you're
but-
celebrating the fact that you just got your costume right and you blast out on stage and you're like, okay, now you
Then
really
you're done
need to
with
say
that one.
something.
And you got to go get it. And
Yeah.
once in a while, it takes a little more time than it did the last time to get in the costume. So
Yes,
that
indeed.
person waiting outside has got to sort of. fake
We
their
worked
way
with that
through it.
last.
Yeah.
We worked at that just last night. We had to, we kind of had to create some things to fill in some time there, and we think we've got it worked out now.
Sure, and last night there were storms, and some people didn't want to get at them, so we were
Yeah.
we were,
Yeah, we
willing
were
to help
short-handed.
her
Yeah.
short, and that makes all the difference in the world.
How long is that play? Does it have an
Same.
intermission?
About 2
Yeah.
hours.
Has an intermission,
Yeah.
so it's about 2 hours.
We're going to do 3 songs right in the middle of it. And just a short break and just enough time for people to stretch, maybe go to the bathroom, come back, and
come back.
right back at you. Yeah,
And
right
this,
back
in
at you.
case you're wondering where all this is happening, it's at the Fly Art Center in Chevrolet. And the only way I know to give, I don't know exact, it's just off the square.
Yes, ma'am.
That does
I
well.
mean, if you just go
Right
around
the south
From the
side.
old library.
It's behind the south side of the square.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. South side.
And easy to find, and parking is good there.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of
You have
parking
really
now.
good
Yes, ma'am.
parking. I noticed that the first time I ever went there. And
We hope we're full.
who's directing?
Morgan Underwood,
Oh, Morgan.
and he's done some
He
productions
is-
over here.
He is spectacular.
Outstanding. He's
He
done
really
a great
does
job.
a great job.
Yes, and we had worked with Morgan in some plays before,
Right.
and we knew we would have a good time working with
Yeah.
him, and he I think felt the same way.
Sure.
You'll notice that we do have the phone number to call for tickets.
Oh look,
And
there we are.
There you are.
We're on
And if you
television.
reserve
I don't have a
tickets,
good side,
do
Mark.
they give their credit card over the phone? Is that sort of the way it works?
I'm not sure about it so much as the credit card, but I know you can just simply do the will call, do
they'll have 'em
reservations,
ready
and they'll
when you
have them
show
ready
up.
right there for you. So
Let's make sure everybody knows that it's actually this weekend.
Yes, ma'am. That's
right.
Correct?
It is.
Friday and Saturday, and then the following weekend, Friday and Saturday, and Sunday matinee. And I forgot to ask what time the matinee lunch is.
2
at.
p.m.
No lunch on Saturday.
Right,
on
just
the
2
Sunday
o'clock.
matinee.
2 o'clock for
Just
the
show
show.
up. And I think there probably might still be tickets at the door. Do you know?
There will be, I'm
There will
most
be
assured. Yes,
some
ma'am.
if you can't make your reservations early. But guys, good luck.
Thank you so much.
I know
So
you're
nice
going
to
to
meet
be
you.
fun. It's great to
yeah, it's
meet
gonna
you.
be a great time.
Yeah, please come out, folks.
We'll
It'll
be
a lot of
back
Yourself a
with
favor.
other interesting trivia.
We'll be right back in a moment.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Ann Baldwin and David Bethia stopped by our studios this week to provide a little music to start the Christmas season.
It's days like this that I just love this job. I have people on the set that I'm crazy about, and they do lots of music in this community. And Baldwin over here at the piano, that you're familiar with her for the Civic Choir, which is coming up December 3rd, and former Aristocat teacher, and David Bethia from Motlow, the professor of music out there who's doing wonderful things in our community. And we're starting off with a song.
All right.
Christmas.
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a heeler mix named Ginger. She entered the shelter as a stray and is approximately 4 years old. Ginger is up to date on her vaccinations, heartworm negative, microchipped, and good with other dogs and children. She will receive a free spay provided by the animal shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society featured pet this week is Pixie. She is a mixed breed dog who needs a forever home soon. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252 in Manchester. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have your next truck. From the Ford F-Series, the Ram, Chevrolet, or the GMC, then look no further than the Russell Barnett family. With over 350 new and pre-owned trucks to choose from, now is the time to buy. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, Ford of Winchester, and Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. Why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1941 at 73 degrees. The record low was in 1955 at 12 degrees. Average high on this day is 54 and the average low is 32. Clear weather in the forecast for tonight with a low expected of around 33. Sunny weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 54 and a low of 35. Mostly sunny weather expected on Saturday with a high of 51 and a low of 39. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And I also want to mention that Traders Bank main office is having their annual open house on Friday, December 2nd from 10 to 2 p.m. All are welcome. We hope to see you there. And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wish you a wonderful weekend. Thank you.